Hey, Chris, come check this out. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba. Bing, bing, boom, boom, bing.
Turn you down.
You love it.
Oh, man, this guy's crazy. All right.
Are we still fighting?
Nah, bro. Oh, my God.
Man with the plan, Chris Boone.
Yeah, episode 6. Ooh. What are we at? Spencer.
How's the body looking?
Looking good, man.
All right.
Looking good. Spencer turning into Spenny.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you getting into Pintar. How did that come about?
The Spenny trajectory.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's give a background of.
No. How did you get to? How did Spencer going from tennis to Zillow to real estate school at night to teaching back at tennis in Long Beach to opportunity?
So I did not have my license at the time.
Right.
Me and Sarah got a place in Newport.
Yeah.
Scared, bro. Like, I was scared.
What do you mean?
I was coming back, like, didn't have a job, like, I don't know. I was
You obviously had
tennis.
some money in your pocket.
From Zillow.
Yeah, okay.
But it wasn't a lot.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's what was scary. I mean, I guess I want to come. I at that time I lost money being in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
I was losing money.
100%.
So I came back to Newport. I'm like, I'm living in one of the most expensive places. I'm driving Uber. My buddy's giving me a job teaching tennis, and I'm trying to sell insurance. I got my insurance license. Like, dude, I was a mess.
Okay, that's fine. Everybody isn't.
Well, so that's kind of my headspace at the time.
Yeah.
I was super excited being back in Orange County, and I was like, I got to make it happen now. So I was teaching tennis in Long Beach, 3 hours a day. Okay. And Sarah's sister was like, hey, I found this position in, San Juan. It's like 30 minutes from my house. It's with an investment company. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, nah, not for me.
Okay.
I was kind of selling the real estate, like, out of state. So people were like, you kind of real estate, whatever.
Yeah.
And I started doing some information, and I was like, wow, this could be good. And I had another interview with a company in Newport. I got the position accepted.
Okay.
And that was, I was calling, like, cold calling, same stuff. Good, reputable firm.
Okay.
So I got an offer there, and I got an offer from Pintar down south. Okay.
I got you.
And the one in Newport was like $70,000 a year plus, commission a little bit and all this. Yeah. So I was like comfortable, but like whatever.
Yeah.
And the Pintar one, they're like $30K a year, like commission heavy, but they just wanted to get me in the door.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the owner I met him for like 5 minutes. And he's like, yeah, bring this guy in. Like, I don't know what he saw in me. He's like, just bring him in. Like, let's lock him down. But they just like $30K a year. And so I'm like, I had a big decision to make because I really liked the residential real estate.
Yeah.
I knew they were big, but I didn't know like what was going down there.
Right.
So I was like, small firm, big firm, not a lot of money, but I didn't know the opportunity.
See a ceiling.
Exactly. No, I didn't know the opportunity was there though.
Yeah.
So I went with my gut and I accepted the offer at Pintar. And
why? Because you're almost backpedaling again. So
big
that's
time.
my question. Why?
Well, the way they structured it, I thought it was going to be a lot more lucrative.
Yeah.
And it was just not at
even
all.
A little bit?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
I'm getting in the weeds.
No.
I feel like I'm beating around the bush. So I get there and I'm making $30,000 a year. Yeah. I'm hunting for deals, and my territory is in San Diego, mind you. So they're like, I was like, I want to be in LA, Orange County. I'm in San Diego. So I'm like running around Chula Vista. Dude, that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours from my house, looking at deals like in the ghetto. I'm talking, you walk in and there's like 50 people in the house and they're all like on crack, and you're right by the border. Like I'm going into those houses by myself, like trying to find deals, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have contractors. I don't know anything about anything, and they're just like, here's your territory. And I had to pay for my own gas. I was like, yo, I need help with gas. And they're like, nah. It was just kind of like, do whatever you want. Like, we don't care.
Yeah.
That was so cool about the owner, was like, he didn't care what I did. Just go find deals.
Gotcha.
And every deal I brought, but the thing was, I was at that office every day at 5:30. Every
in the
day.
morning?
Yes. Looking for deals. And then I have to drive to San Diego.
Yeah.
And then I come back to the office because it was close to San Diego, and like write offers, and like, you know, I started learning and it started snowballing, and I was like, just bring in deals. And like, no, this deal's not good enough, or we need it at this price. And I'm just like scrambling, I'm making net $2,000 a month. I'm back to Palm Springs again. I'm like, but now I'm in Orange County. Now I'm in Corona Del Mar. Like, I'm shit out of luck. Now I'm driving Uber. I'm like working like.
Oh, so now you went back to driving.
Well,
Uber?
No, just at nights and stuff. I turn on.
I'm saying, like, you had to turn back on the Uber.
Yeah, like I was in San Juan, so I'd turn on the Uber app after work because I wasn't making that much money. Wow. So it was a grind.
Okay, so
I did that for about 9 months. So
9 months, and you finally got a deal.
9 months, I got my first deal.
And you saw a little bit of change.
Well, I was coming in the office so early. Like sometimes the CEO would come in, like, you know, he'd roll in whenever, but he'd come in the office early sometimes. Every time he was in the office early, guess who was always there?
You.
I was there. Last to leave every time, and I was making less
than
everybody there, but working twice as hard. So, and he knew I wasn't from California. Like I was there, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, oh, he could just be gone tomorrow. He has no ties. He really technically has no ties.
Yeah, no. He doesn't care.
Yeah. So, and I was always in the office like, I want to be commission only. Like, I don't care about the $30,000. Like, and I saw a lot of what am I looking for? Operational things that we did that we'd have to outsource all the time. So I was seeing the process. I'm like, we're leaving so much money on the table as a company. Like I can do all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I landed a deal in San Diego. It was a condo deal. Yeah. I didn't get paid to manage the construction, but I was driving down there anyway, helping manage. That wasn't a great deal.
But, okay.
But I was learning. I was all right.
Yeah.
I think it was like month 10, month 11, landed a monster in Laguna Niguel. Absolutely monster. And I was just, same thing. I was still making $30,000. I was at the site 3-4 days a week. I was helping with the landscaping at the end of the project. I was putting me and the gardener that I had to hire.
Yeah.
I was planting for 2 weeks. I was doing the landscaping with them. Not to get used to my time now, but that just shows I was sitting there digging holes.
Yeah.
So Jeff, I don't want to say names, but the founder.
Yeah.
I already said his name.
Yeah.
Shout out.
That's fine.
Shout out.
Yeah,
shout
out. Go ahead.
He was like, shit. And there was a couple properties that we had that weren't that great, and I made little changes. This was before all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Selling them. Boom, boom, boom. I wasn't selling them, but we were hiring agents to sell them.
Yeah.
So it was cool, right? I was making a little bit of money. It was kind of like how I looked at an unpaid, paid internship.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to quit. Before Laguna Niguel, I was like, I hate this. I want to quit. I'm not making any money.
Yeah.
I'll go teach tennis. I'll go travel the world.
Yeah.
And Sarah's like, no, stay. You can't hold a job. It's like you're at 10th job.
Yeah.
I was like, but I was like, I was so happy at Grand Junction. I was all in my own head.
Yeah.
So I stayed. Jeff was like, hey, take over. Start managing all these agents. We're going to sell a bunch of properties. Started managing the agents. And these guys were just I was doing all the deals.
Oh.
So I got my license 6 months into working there, by month 11, I got my first listing. And I wanted to be commission only. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was in Jeff's office every day, like, bringing him deals. Like, let's go after this deal. Like, every deal, I was just like, and he's like, he's just like, didn't know what to do because I was just bringing him so many deals. And, like, they wouldn't work out or whatever, but he knew I was just out there grinding. I was, like, knocking on people's doors. Like, I was just going crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to be commission only. And he's like, all right, like, here's a property. Like, go sell it. It was in my first property that I had the full reins on was in Paris, California.
Oh, wow.
Not Paris with an A, but Paris with an E.
Yeah.
2 R's.
Yeah. Okay. How long?
What do you mean?
Take to sell it?
Oh, right away. Well, I did it right. I hired the right photographer.
Yeah.
I got it all cleaned up. I did some landscaping changes. Like, I had a little budget, like maybe a couple $1,000 to do landscaping.
Yeah.
So I was all dialed in.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a vault. So I sold that right away. Multiple offers. And I was like, dude, this is easy. You know, like, make it look good. I was really, like, detailed with my marketing and how I went about it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, here's another one. Like, this one was a flip gone wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
Costa Mesa, next house, $1 million property. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And mind you, like, nobody.
These are properties nobody can move.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And at that time, I mean, the company overall, nobody sold real estate. Like, it's not a brokerage.
Yeah.
There's a brokerage, but there's no agents.
Yeah.
So I have nobody.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
to lean on or anything.
Yeah, like I was really good at learning how to do the deals because everybody knows how to find deals and stuff like that. But, like, the actual selling of the properties, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Costa Mesa, met my staging team. You know, I really made it ready. Like, hey, we need to put this much money in.
Yeah.
Like, let's get after it.
Yeah.
That house. I mean, I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
5 offers.
Damn.
Not a lot of profit on that after we sold it, over ask.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, here's 2 more. It's like, boom, sold them. All right, here's 5 more.
And you were just like,
and I'm like driving around like it was anywhere from like Lancaster, which is 2 hours north,
didn't even matter.
Palm Springs.
It didn't even matter.
And I was,
give it to me.
So I made a bet with myself, and I was like, when I sell my first $1 million listing, I'm going to go buy a brand new car.
Hell yeah, bro.
And so I had an open house at that Costa Mesa property.
Yeah.
And I swear there was like 1 million people that walked through the door. And I'm just talking to everyone, like just in my zone, like just having a blast.
Yeah. Boy, was in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah, and it was Saturday. No, I think it was Sunday.
Okay.
It was Saturday.
Okay.
I remember it.
Okay.
Saturday, my flip in Laguna just got into escrow.
Damn.
And I didn't list that property because we had prior commitments.
Yeah.
But I got all the other ones.
Yeah.
So I negotiated that Laguna Niguel deal too. We're getting in the weeds, but I had an open house. I sent this buyer I was like, you don't like this house, but I just remodeled this badass house in Laguna Niguel.
Yeah.
It didn't even hit the market yet.
But
they drive down, sell it right away, and their agent calls me like, hey man, like, what do we got to do to take it off the market? And I gave him some crazy number.
Yeah.
Because me and the agent that were listing it, he's like, oh, you can't list it for 1.2. It's too high.
Yeah. And
he convinced the office to list it lower. Yeah. And the agent's like, how do we get this off the market before the open house?
Yeah.
And I was like, 1.2. And they wanted to list it like 1.1.
And he's like,
done. And I was driving home, and I'm leaving the open house, like, on top of the world. I got 100 people. I'm getting the contract for Laguna Niguel. The other agent didn't even do it. I forwarded the contract to the actual listing agent of my flip. I forwarded it to him and Jeff.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I got an offer on Laguna Niguel for 1.2.
And he probably looked at you and was like,
oh, the agent was like, dude, fuck you.
Hey, you know what?
And I'm like, I told you we were listing it too low, and I got it done for you.
Right? And you still get a little piece of the pie.
You know, I didn't make any money on that.
You didn't?
No.
He still got it.
He got it.
He got the...
But I was starting to get all the listings. So I was like, dude, I don't care.
I don't care, yeah.
So backpedal. So I'm leaving the open house. All these people roll in. And I just pull into Fletcher Jones. I'm like, let me go take a peek at. I saw this Audi drive by on my way to the open house. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to go get one.
Hell yeah.
No, I was like, I'm going to sell my $1 million house. I'm going to go get one.
Yeah.
And so I pull in before the house even, like, before we even had offers bought it. Pulled it off the lot, 2 miles on it. Boom, gone. Mine. And I mean, I'm not like a car guy. I like
no. Yeah. But
I was like, shit. I've been working so hard for so long,
bro. You got to have something that at least, you know, if you're gonna be in the car, might as well be in the car of comfort.
Well, I'm like pulling into the $1 million house in like a Honda Accord 2012, like dinged up, like banged through. Yeah. I'm like, I want to play the role.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was starting to market on Instagram a little bit. Like I knew there was no going back. Like, you know how people like they'll post for like a week or they get one listing and you don't hear from them for like months. I was like, dude, I know I'm gonna like crush this. Like I wasn't gonna start putting on line about what I was actually doing until I knew
this is what I'm doing.
Exactly. So then I was like, dude, I'm making it. And I pull in, got the car, and that escrow, that was like March of 2020, February. And then COVID started happening. So I put that one on. That was an escrow, and I opened escrow on like 3 more properties. And then COVID happened. So like everything was just getting rocky. Like Laguna Niguel was getting rocky. People were like, what's going on with COVID? Like it was weird at that time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just bought a brand new car. Like, freaking out.
Yeah.
And anyway, those houses sold. I go on vacation. I get engaged. COVID got crazy while we were gone. We came back and like toilet paper gone. Like we were in Mexico. We were in Tulum. Like nobody even cared.
Yeah.
And we come back and like it's all chaos in the States. Complete chaos.
You coming back in white linen button up with flip flops and sunglasses.
I closed like 4 or 5 deals.
Yeah.
And I'm like
on top of the world.
You know, I was already helping sell properties.
Yeah.
But then it was like, dude, I am crushing this. I just sold 5 properties. Like nobody could sell them. Yeah. Other agents tried, they didn't. I'm selling for higher, better. Yeah. COVID happens. I come back. I had 5 listings, all in like Apple Valley, like high desert stuff. I didn't get a call for 2 weeks on all my listings when COVID happened. Think about that.
Shitting yourself.
Everybody. The flips, nobody was buying flips. Like every firm stopped. Like all the lenders stopped. Yeah. They're calling for all the loans. Yeah. Like people were freaking out. And I was like, I just like got going.
Yeah, you just got to start and roll.
In the weeds?
Nah.
So it was a weird time. Like for that 2-3 weeks, it was just like life just stopped.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah.
And me, I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like I might not see a paycheck for like 8 months because I just went commission only.
Yeah.
I'm too cool for school.
Yeah.
I got all these listings, and if there's no buyers, like, woo.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I'm just sitting there like,
holy shit.
I got to like really start figuring out what I need to do to sell these houses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people were still buying. Like, it picked up, and then it really picked up.
Yeah.
And then it was like.
And then you hit me.
Yeah. Then I hit you.
Yeah, then you hit me.
I wish I hit you like 30 properties before that.
Nah, man.
And people were like hitting me up on IG like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't real. Like, people back home, like, everyone's like, dude, this guy's full of shit. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm like, I literally have like 15 listings right now.
Yeah. Like, come check
like,
this out.
I'm like, it doesn't, like, there's somebody owns them.
Yeah.
And I'm selling them. Check my, like, everything. Like, we're all in.
Yeah. Check my number.
And guess what? It didn't happen overnight.
Nah, fuck no.
Right?
Nah, bro.
It was like, I was always making the recommendations and the strategies. I was always in the office. I was always in front of Jeff. You were
always being strategic before that, though.
Yeah.
You were being strategic back in back in Barcelona. Mm-hmm. You're being strategic in Grand Junction. You're being strategic over in Zillow. You're being strategic while you were Ubering and teaching at tennis. You're being strategic in Long Beach. Mm-hmm. Like, there was always a strategy in play.
Yeah. But I knew it was going to happen, and that's where Spenny evolved. Was Spencer was trying to figure it out, calculating these plans.
Yeah.
And then Spenny was just like this guy that just was a real estate tycoon, like just shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shooting.
Yeah.
And then I got more flips, and
boom.
Now I'm selling all these Now I'm selling the properties myself.
Yeah.
So not only am I buying them and managing them, now I can sell. This is nice. Hey, Chris, come check this out.
I know, right?
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
We live?
Yeah, we live.
We live, baby. Chris, we go back, man. What?
I know. Full year.
We're just shooting the shit now?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Bum, bum, bum.